brain. I'm Dr. Jack Wolfson, board certified cardiologist. By now, all of you know me. I got, and finally, I got an updated picture. I put a new, and these are all updated slides, but I never updated the picture as far as my intro stuff. But there you have baby Journey, a picture from over the summer in California, standing in the grass. Look how we're all barefoot. And we had previously been up and down the beach, and now we're up in the gardens up there at the hotel we were staying at. There's my DO degree, 3 years internal medicine, 3 years of cardiology, chief fellow, chairman of medicine, director of cardiac rehab. Met my beautiful bride, Dr. Heather, along the way, and opened up the Doctors Wolfson and Wolfson Integrative Cardiology, where people from all over the world come to see me in Arizona. And I invite you to as well. Feel free to give us a call. We got a fantastic staff. You're going to love it. Health coaches, nurse practitioner, Chelsea, myself, we're rolling. Okay, I'm the paleocardiologist. This is my book, Amazon bestseller. 17 chapters, 300 references in there. And I do talk about leaky gut in the book, but this is really where you're going to get some really good leaky gut pearls. Now, this picture here, this is circa 2005, early 2005. My hair, I had a little bit more hair, and it certainly was darker. And Heather, of course, looks beautiful now and gorgeous then. So, when I met Heather in 2005, and she starts talking about the pharmaceuticals are dangerous, the pharmaceuticals are worthless, the pharmaceuticals are killing people, the procedures that we're doing are often unnecessary, and they're dangerous and often worthless. When she said that stuff, it was a major shock to my system. But I listened. I listened because, number one, she's beautiful inside and out. Number two, it made perfect sense. And I started to change. But one of the things she said to me, on top of everything else, I'm bashing the statin drugs and the aspirin and the angiograms and the stents and the fact that we never talk about causation. She said, what do you think? What do you know about leaky gut? And I said, leaky gut? Where did you come up with that diagnosis, leaky gut? That I've never even heard of that. I went through 4 years of medical school, 3 years of internal medicine, 3 years of cardiology. I never heard of leaky gut. And she said, well, that's your problem. You should go read about it. Well, I try and go into the medical literature and read about it, and there's not much in the medical literature. And then I speak with some other holistic doctors that I was starting to meet and starting to go to these conferences, and they talked about it, and it had interesting theory, but there really, once again, was not an obvious amount of science to it when I first took the look. So, but it certainly made sense. Now, let me just talk about, when we talk about the gut, what do we mean? Well, the gut is really everything from the mouth until the anus, the top into the bottom. But in particular, when we're talking about the leaky gut, in this scenario, we are talking about the small intestine. Between the stomach and the large intestine, otherwise known as the colon, is the small intestine. And it is the upper part called the duodenum, really where a lot of this leakage is occurring as we are starting to digest our food, absorb our food. It is in the duodenum, the ileum, and jejunum, where absorption is occurring, and this is where leakage is happening. So bear with me when we talk about leaky gut. This is really important for you to understand. So at the top of this picture, on the inside of the intestines, we have something which is the lumen, and that is where food travels through. So food comes into our mouth, into our stomach, and then into our small intestine. And it's starting to be broken down, and it should be absorbed. Now, certain foods should get in to the gut, and certain foods should stay. Some foods should get into the body, and some should stay in the gut itself, or the gut lumen tube, and then go out the other side of the body. In the scenario of leaky gut, the things get into the body that don't belong. Now, what are these things? It could be heavy metals. It could be environmental pollutants and other toxins. It could be undigested food. It could be food particles that we're not supposed to be eating, like gluten and the proteins found in things like wheat, barley, and rye. It could be corn. It could be dairy. It could be soy. It could be lectins, has become very popular these days to discuss the concept of lectins, another protein found in foods. It could be nasty bacteria or overgrowth of bacteria that get in through what's called the porous tight junctions. Those tight junctions are not tight, they're porous. Things get into the body, and then now the immune system kicks in as these items are floating around the blood. The immune system activation occurs. This then leads to inflammation and oxidative stress, which then, of course, leads to disease. Now, the cardiologists and the other medical doctors know that inflammation and oxidative stress is a bad thing. They just really don't have a clue as to why it's happening. We're really not taught the why. We're taught that if there's inflammation, we take pharmaceuticals. If there's oxidative stress, it's a sign for pharmaceuticals. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is leaky gut syndrome. Things leak into the body that don't belong. Leaky gut syndrome. Now, leaky gut syndrome is also the same thing and leads to leaky heart syndrome. The blood vessels have the artery, which contains the lumen, and blood flows through that lumen. Blood is flowing through, and the first layer there in between the blood and the blood vessel is called the endothelium. And then under there, we get the smooth muscle cells. And when you have leaky heart, when you have leaky gut, you have leaky heart, and the endothelial cells start to leak. The tight junctions break down. Inflammatory cells and other particles get into the smooth muscle, and that is where we start to have disease in the intima and the media of a blood vessel. Now, we can do some advanced testing to determine if people have that or not. And over there on the left, it says Leaky Gut Panel. This company now has gone on to call it an intestinal permeability panel to get a little bit more professional with their terminology, but it is still one the same, intestinal hyperpermeability or leaky gut. And then real quick, just take a look at what these markers are. Things like ZahnUlan, that is the most famous one, and we'll talk about that. Immune system activation as little immunoglobulins called IgG and IgA to ZahnUlan. Then there's also immune activation to a protein called actin, which I'll talk about. And then finally, the lipopolysaccharides, which are on bacteria. So stick with me on this, and you can always listen to it again. I find it very fascinating, but I am a science geek. And I hope you become one with me too, because you're really going to get a lot of understanding when it comes to disease. So ZahnUlan, as you can see up in red up top, is a small protein that controls the tight junction. It controls what gets in the body from the food and the bacteria and the toxins and the chemicals and the metals. It controls what gets in the body. If there's a lot of ZahnUlan, then you open up those tight junctions and things get into the body that don't belong. The immune system kicks in, and then all bets are off. ZahnUlan controls the tight junction in blood vessels. Did you get that? This is from a recent journal article coming out of Italy. ZahnUlan controls the tight junction in blood vessels. So not only does ZahnUlan known to control the tight junction in the gut, but also in the blood vessels. ZahnUlan levels are higher in patients with coronary artery disease. This is from a journal in 2016. So this is not theory. This is science that is rapidly evolving, and it's very, very exciting. So we need to check ZahnUlan on everybody to see what your risk is of leaky gut, leaky heart, and leaky brain, because ZahnUlan is involved with the blood-brain barrier as well. Now, in this review from 2011, ZahnUlan levels were found to be higher in people with everything. And you'll see that a lot of these conditions, a lot of these labels that the medical doctors like to give to people when they fit a certain number of symptoms, a constellation of signs and symptoms. So one person they label as celiac, and the other is rheumatoid, and the other is lupus, and the other has type 1 diabetes, and the other one is ankylosing spondylitis, and then there's multiple sclerosis. These are all autoimmune disease. And cancer is a disease of immune system dysfunction. Now, when you have leaky gut, it's linked to metabolic syndrome, which is a precursor to diabetes, and also inflammation, because in these studies, these authors are noting that intestinal permeability is elevated in healthy aging. So as we get older, it is more common, but yet when you have more ZahnUlan than the average, and the goal is to always drive it down with the techniques that I'm going to be talking about, you're at higher risk of disease. So metabolic syndrome, inflammation, all this bad stuff is all related to leaky gut. ZahnUlan is noted to be higher in obesity. So if you're suffering from being overweight, what is your ZahnUlan level? If you have hypertension, what is your ZahnUlan level? And then let's come up with strategies to reduce it. Elevated blood sugar, what's your ZahnUlan? Abnormal cholesterol, what's your ZahnUlan? This is basic knowledge that an astute medical doctor needs in the year 2019. So we need to figure out the ZahnUlan levels, and it's very easy. A lot of companies you can order it from, and I'm going to tell you at the end how you can order it from the doctor's Wolfson. Okay. Another marker that was on that test was lipopolysaccharides, and cardiologists have known for years that the bacteria that are found in the gut are often found floating around in the blood and in coronary artery plaque. And what they've determined is that the higher the LPS, which is part of the bacteria, the higher that part of the bacteria floating around the blood, the higher the risk. And ladies and gentlemen, I always reference my information. I put the sources in there. So number one, you can go look if you're interested. Number two, anyone who's critical of this or any cardiologist out there who wants to learn something, feel free to look up the reference. Lipopolysaccharides, I put this slide up because I also showed a person who was grabbing her mouth, her jaw, because it is on fire. It is inflamed. She has a root canal. She has an infected tooth. She has periodontitis. She's got dental issues, which means that you leak bacteria from your mouth into your blood. Immune system kicks in, inflammation, oxidative stress, leading to blood vessel dysfunction, endothelial dysfunction, leaky heart, leaky brain, and now you have disease in it. It was all coming from your teeth. So lipopolysaccharides, these part of the bacteria that belong in the gut, belong in the mouth, they get into the blood and they cause problems, as I've highlighted on this slide. Now, bear with me, because this is the most exciting part that I'm going to tell you in the presentation, except for what to do about all this. This is a slide on anti-actin antibodies. The anti-actin, the actin itself is a protein seen in red, those red balls at the top of that drawing. Those red balls, and then everything that you see on the screen, that is muscle tissue at a microscopic level that allows muscles to contract and muscles to relax. Contract and relax. Actin, myosin, muscles contract and muscles relax. Now, those muscle tissue are found in the gut. They're found in the gut muscle, like I said, that, because it's a muscular tube that propels food to the other side of the end of the tube. Your skeletal muscle, which are your biceps, your pecs, your glutes, your triceps, all the muscles of the skeleton of the body. There is also actin in the artery muscles, and then there's also actin in the heart muscle itself. That is why I'm the first one who's going to say it. Cardiovascular disease is autoimmune. Cardiovascular disease is an autoimmune condition, just like rheumatoid arthritis and lupus and type 1 diabetes and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. That's why all these things tend to travel together. All those diseases, all those labels that the doctors give you because you're sick and you have a certain amount of symptoms that they label this, and these symptoms mean a label of that. They're all linked to higher risk of cardiovascular disease. And I can go on for hours, but I've already been delayed on this presentation, so I don't want to go too long. This study, this is from 2003, showed that antibodies to actin are linked to carotid disease in the neck. And if you have carotid disease in your neck, you have it in your heart. Now, astonishingly, in the journal 2007, they noted, when I was just a young holistic pup, leaky gut is linked to heart failure. How many cardiologists you think have any interest in this? How many cardiologists read this? We don't. We are pill pushers and procedure pushers. We're not interested in altered intestinal function in patients with chronic heart failure, but it is a phenomenal study for anybody who wants to read it. The heart muscle is being attacked by the immune system. Cardiomyopathy, people with congestive heart failure, people with coronary artery disease. Your heart is under attack, and we need to stop the attack. The answer is not statin drugs. The answer is not aspirin. Of course, do not stop any pharmaceutical until you talk with your doctor or prescribing healthcare provider. If you're liking this information, we got plenty more that we send to you on a monthly basis at thedoctorswolfson.com/newsletter. Share this info with your friends. Share this presentation with your friends. If you're interested in changing the world and making the world a better place with the Doctors Wolfson, go ahead and raise your hand. Go into the commentary section and tell us that we are all together. Tell us we are all part of the same tribe that is looking to make a difference and make the world a better place. We need people to help us lead the revolution because the other side is not stopping. Big Pharma is not stopping. We need to keep going ahead. Leaky gut and Parkinson's disease. For those of you that know my story, you know the story of my father. You know the story of my father's sickness with a Parkinson's-like illness. I know for sure that he had leaky gut. He had leaky gut. Major, major problem in people with neurologic disease. Everybody needs to be tested. Leaky gut is leaky brain. Leaky gut is leaky brain. 2016. This information is hot off the press. More and more information is coming out. And leaky gut is leaky brain. When the gut leaks, the brain leaks, things get into the body and into the brain that don't belong. That is why that children on the autism spectrum have a much, much, much higher risk of leaky gut. Tremendously higher. So if your child is on the spectrum, once again, and you want to test your child for anything, you know, whatever, this is a great test to get tested for. Children, certainly, you know, in the autism spectrum, I'm sure if you're working with a doctor that knows anything, they're going to check items like this and looking for gut health. Wouldn't you believe that ZahnUlan and leaky gut is linked to cancer? And you can see a lot of this literature is produced by Alicio Fasano, who's a brilliant PhD who is really spearheading a lot of this information. Hopefully we get some more people on board. Leaky gut and cancer, you know, my friends of the Truth About Cancer and all these holistic cancer doctors that are on board with this and really trying to check intestinal function on these people. Come on over to the Healthy Heart Show, thehealthyheartshow.com. Get signed up for the Healthy Heart Show. I'm going to have great guests. I'm going to try and get Dr. Fasano on there. If you love this stuff, leaky gut, you got to catch my interview with Dr. Tom O'Brien. Brilliant, brilliant information. We've got a lot of feedback on that. So head on over to the Healthy Heart Show, subscribe, and we're going to change the world. Okay, prevent the leaky gut. treat the leaky gut. And in the background there, you can see my diet. I've gone through this already. You've heard all my stuff about diet, lifestyle, and I kind of summarize it right here with the 10 health commandments. Get responsible paleo. So eating free-range, grass-fed animal products, wild seafood, nuts, seeds, eggs, avocados, coconuts, tons of vegetables. That's going to help heal the gut. What's going to hurt the gut is anything artificial, any kind of sugar, any kind of grain, any kind of gluten. Alcohol will damage the gut. Organic coffee from our friends over at puritycoffee.com. Use code Wolfson for a discount on your initial order. That is the coffee I recommend, and there is evidence that certainly coffee can lower inflammation. Well, if we lower inflammation, we're going to do good. There is also evidence on a presentation I have coming up that I'm going to use that shows that coffee can help to heal up that leaky gut as well as part of an overall healthy program. Get sunshine. Get sunshine to your total body. Get sunshine to your gut. The gut will be healed when it is out in the sun. So get sunshine coming right into the belly. Get sleep. Get sleep. Go to sleep with the sun down, awake before the sunrise, heal the gut. Get active, get hydrated with high quality water. One of the things we have on our website is the HRW Rejuvenation Hydrogen Water Tablets. And I absolutely love that because that puts the hydrogen gas right into your gut. Totally anti-inflammatory. I've got no doubt that that will help heal the leaky gut. We got a lot of things to help heal that gut. Chiropractic care, of course. The brain is connected to the intestines. The intestines are connected to the brain. That is all part of the autonomic nervous system, and the doctor of chiropractic is your go-to there. Get rid of the stress. Stress leads to inflammation, oxidative stress. Think about how many people that suffer with bowel issues, and they also typically have a psychological component. That is why when people have irritable bowel, they are put on antidepressants. They are put on psychiatric pharmaceuticals. But we are not deficient in psychiatric pharmaceuticals. We're deficient in the good life that I'm recommending here. Get grounded, walk, stand barefoot in the grass, on the beach, wherever you are, get outside, and then you're going to get quality supplements. So here's just a whole list. I'm not going to go through all this stuff, guys. Evidence-based supplements for the leaky gut. All these things have evidence. All these things have science behind it. I didn't want to go into the whole long monster presentation. If you're interested, I can get this stuff to you. It would be available if you want the actual data and literature on all these different things that are evidence-based supplements to heal the leaky gut. So I will be taking questions in a minute. And this slide here was going to be presented in a different way. But here's what I got for you guys. I've got the Daily Defense protein powder. I've got the Daily Defense, and this is your daily defense in a toxic world. This has got things to heal the gut. It's got New Zealand grass-fed whey protein. It comes in a vanilla or chocolate flavor. It has different phase 1 and phase 2 liver products to help heal the liver and also, therefore, to help heal the gut. Anti-inflammatories, antioxidants, digestive enzymes, all these things are going to be very, very beneficial. Okay? So you're going to check that out. In addition, what we have is that we've got the Cardiobiotics. So here's what I want to offer to you. I'm going to give you 2 months of the Daily Defense. So you order 3, go to the website and you're going to order 3. We're automatically going to give you the 4th bottle for free. I'm also going to throw in 2 boxes of Cardiobiotic, our brand new probiotic. So we're going to heal the gut in multiple different ways. We've got a delicious protein powder. You're going to take a capsule of the probiotic. You order 3 bottles of the Daily Defense. You're going to get 1 free. I'm throwing in 2 months of the Cardiobiotic. So this whole thing is going to last you 2 months. This is over $260 of health value, and you're going to get it for under $150. This deal is only good for today, Valentine's Day. So after the podcast, after this production, get on over to the website at shop.thedoctorswolfson.com. And you're going to find the daily defense. And my staff is going to put it into the notes for you as well, into the Facebook comments section. It's only for tonight. This is when the deal is going to happen, February 14th. Order 3, get 1 free. You're going to get 2 boxes of the Cardiobiotic. You're going to get all of this for under $150. So once again, and also that's including free shipping, guys, free shipping on that. So the testing that I love to do on this is called the Wheat Zoomer. And you can order this on our website. So not only are you going to get the leaky gut information about intestinal permeability, but we're also going to test all these different components of sensitivity and allergy, in this case, to wheat, to gluten, to gliadin, to glutenin, to the non-gluten components of wheat. So you're going to get just tremendous information. And then what we do is we test it we can test it in the beginning. We can test it at time 0. You can go on the daily defense and the Cardiobiotic, and you can get tested in 90 days and see how it looks. So you don't have to do a before and after, but if you want to, you certainly can. So here we've got all that excellent stuff for you on that particular test. And now on here, you can see to the right is previous, to the left is where we are now. These are the changes that we're going to make with the intestinal permeability panel. So in addition to the products that I mentioned, you can go to shop.thedoctorswolfson.com and you can search the word Valentine. And when you use Valentine, instead of getting this test for $399, you get it for $349. You get this intestinal permeability, plus you get all the gluten, gliadin markers as well. We're going to send you out the kit. We're going to find you a local draw site, and then you're going to get it done there. The local draw fee, if there is any, is not included in that $349 discounted price. This is a phenomenal deal. It is, once again, you have to get signed up for this in the next 24 hours, and then I'm going to take the deal down. The deal is too good. You can get it afterwards, but I'm going to give the discounted price for the people that act now, that really want to take charge of their health right at this moment. Get it done in the next 24 hours. As an added bonus, when you get this, you get to review it with one of our Doctors Wolfson health coaches. Either Carrington or Ashley will review the test with you. They'll give you a 20-minute overview and really dive into this stuff. So you're going to go to shop.thedoctorswolfson.com and you're going to go to Valentine and you're going to order the test and you're going to get back on to healing and health and wellness. And we're going to get some awesome stuff. So my staff has been diligently putting in some information there. I got the hydrogen water. Here we go. Can't read the list. Daily defense in a toxic world. I'm a big fan of digestive enzymes. Cindy Lawrence has it. What else can I tell you? Best to avoid the alcohol. I'm sorry, keep alcohol to a minimum. I don't know what else to really tell you, but keep alcohol to a minimum. I love the taste of alcohol. You love the taste of alcohol. Unfortunately, it is not very healthy. Any other questions coming in? Let me know. I apologize again for the technical issues in the beginning. I can only hope that I love doing this. I love doing this. Obviously, you can tell I am extremely passionate about changing the world. Come on, if you're out there and you want to change the world, give me some more reactions. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts on Valentine's Day. Where are you? Come on. Give me the reaction. I know that you're busy. I know you're all getting excited to be with your loved ones tonight, and so am I. I'm so excited to be with my beautiful bride. Happy Valentine's Day, Lovey. I love you so much. I owe you everything, and we are changing the world, no doubt about it. And we've got some amazing people with us, amazing people in the tribe together with us that really want to make a difference and take control of their health. Now I'm seeing some hearts and some thumbs up and some love from everybody. So I totally appreciate it. Once again, head on over to the shop page. We got some great products for you. Trust us. We've done the research. We've seen how well it goes. I've seen all the results. I showed you that before and after. That is not Photoshop. That is reality. We get fantastic results when you follow the nutrition plan, you follow the lifestyle, you follow the supplements, and you do very well. But I love to get tested. So you go to the shop page and you look up Valentine. I'm giving you this smoking deal. No matter what your situation is, that daily defense, I'm giving you a license to drink a milkshake. Drink the milkshake. I'm going to give you 4 bottles total for the price of 3. And I throw in 2 boxes, 2 months supply of our brand new Cardiobiotic. I don't know what else we really can ask for. But I want you I want to change the world. I want you to help me. I want to make the world a healthier place. I know you're out there with me. If you're out there with me, come on, give me some more reactions. Give me some more love on here and make me feel good on this Valentine's Day. And thank you so much for sharing it. Carol Moody, knowledge is power, no doubt. The days of going into your doctor's office and it's my way or the highway, those days are over. Those days are over. We got information. We can become a Dr. Google, because Dr. Google takes you to some pretty good places. It takes you to pubmed.gov, where you can see all the articles that I'm pulling from. That's where I spend my free time. I love going to pubmed.gov. Cheryl, can't get enough of the doctors. Wolfson, thank you so much. You're so awesome. We can't get enough of you. We can't get enough of the people that are on board with us on this mission. It's just really exciting to know that there's so many phenomenal people out there that are sick of the sickness. They're sick of the pills. They're sick of not hearing something different. They're sick of going into the doctor and spending their hard-earned money and their time and not getting answers. I would say that we need longer doctor's visits, but the doctors don't know anything. What are they going to tell you? So Susie Jividen, you are awesome. You are awesome because you're on this show. And once again, Christina Clark, leaky gut is linked to everything. Small vessel disease, dementia, Parkinson's, cancer, autoimmune disease, thyroid, adrenals, all that stuff. So there you go. The presentation is going to be available on YouTube. It'll sit here in Facebook in perpetuity unless Facebook takes it down. You never know. Jamie Raj lecturing on Valentine's Day. It's a heart day, right? It's heart. I'm a cardiologist. But you know what? I'm going to sign out now. I'm going to go spend time with my wife and my 2 boys and my beautiful baby daughter, Journey, and our dog, Sal, our rescue lab mixed with something else. So I'm going to go hug my dog, love up on my family. Thank you so much for being part of our lives. And I sincerely appreciate you and all the support of the Doctors Wolfson.